What's up everyone and welcome back to a brand new series. So we are going to be doing a how to cosmic sky on Cosmic Skyblock. So let's go ahead and get on with it. First of all, what we're going to do is run the command up the top, which is /tutorial. And that is going to open up a lot of challenges for us to complete to then go ahead and get some items. So now we've run that, now we can do /create. Now it runs kit starter. Okay, I'm going to place the trophy block. So just place him down, place 1 wheat seed. Now craft a crafting table. Easy. Let's plant that there. Plant 1 sapling. Okay, that instant grew. Now we got to destroy this tree. Because we need to get the fragments from it. The fragments are how you will go ahead and craft yourself any nodes that are on the island. If you don't know what nodes are, you'll soon see. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get this tree gone, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so now with the tree down, we can go ahead and get our log fragments right here and craft them into log nodes. And then obviously we're going to go ahead and place them down. So we're going to chuck them just down here. Just so they're all together, so then when we come to farming them, they're not just all over the gaff. Okay, now it says run is tools. Now place a log node. We just did that, so now I've got to wait for one of them to grow, if you like, and then I'll be able to place the rest of them down. We might as well put our armor on, claim our XP bottle. Oh, there we go. So let's pick this bad boy up and then place it back down again. Now it says mine 5 logs. Okay, now we've got to go over there and harvest that. Before we do that, however, I am going to go ahead and place all this into here. So now you might be wondering how you're going to do that without a pickaxe. Well, if you've completed those missions and you read what it says in chat, you do /collect, and then you will be gifted with this. Now we have this, but now we need to get over there. So the way we're going to get over there is just with our dirt blocks. We're simply just going to build over to it. And then we will just mine. So you got to mine this 10 times. Okay, we've mined them all up, and I did do a little bit more mining just because I wanted a few more. So now it says to craft a cobble node using the scrap. So we're going to go ahead and drag these up and then drag them back down again. So now we've got 10 of these. We are going to go ahead and again just place, but you notice you can't place. Now this brings me to my next topic. So obviously, as you can see, it says mine cobblestone nodes, but I can't do that, and you're probably wondering why. Well, if you do /is mining, you'll see there is a progression-based system here. So for me to be able to place the stone resource nodes, I need to complete the mission that is currently on there, which is to mine 25 log nodes. Once I have done that, I would then be able to place down the cobblestone nodes. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll show you what it looks like afterwards. Okay, so I think I'm about to mine my last one, but we can check just by going back to is mining. And yet we're 24 out of 25. So now if I mine this last one, you'll see that there'll be fireworks and stuff like that. Just let me know. Okay, there we go. There fireworks. There we go. And if you see in chat now, it says that I can now go ahead and place my own ones. So let's get them placed down. Just like so. Okay, there we go. And while we wait for them, there is other commands on the server as well that you must pay attention to, and that is such as is farming. So same as the nodes, you have to grow an X amount of the previous crop to be able to unlock the next crop, as you'll be able to see if you just go through them. Then you got is Slayer. And is Slayer, again, the same sort of progression system is, you will kill a certain amount of mobs, and then you will unlock the next tier mobs. And then there is the is fishing. And is fishing is the same, you catch a certain amount of mobs, and you will then unlock the next one. Now, there is a few things on here that is very different to your average normal Minecraft style, but we will get into those points once we get to there. I'm just cleaning up the island a little bit because I don't like these islands. Okay, so now we've got to mine 32 cobblestone, so we're going to go ahead and mine 32 cobblestone. Now what I will probably do is go ahead and go and mine some more of the cobblestone generator just to get myself some more of these. So yeah, I'm going to continue doing the mission above and mining this, and I'll be back in a bit. Okay, one thing you'll notice as well is while you're mining away, your pickaxe will be leveling up. So if you do slash is tools and just hover over everything, let's hover over the pickaxe as that's what we're currently working on, you will see that at every 10 levels you get a random attribute. So attributes are basically different abilities that your pickaxe will do. As right now, for my pickaxe being level 12, we've got a plus 1.08% island XP, which means every time I mine, I get a plus 1.08 XP. Now, we are about to complete this, so I thought I'd bring you guys back for it. So there we go. Okay, so while you're mining away on this, you will also notice that sometimes, or every now and then, you will have a chance to also gain yourself a gem. Now, gems, like this one that I just got, these are used for your custom enchants, to which we will go over again later on in the video or in the next episode. But today we're going to concentrate on just making sure you guys understand the basics of CosmicSky. So, now we've done this, we're on to the next mission. So it says craft 16 cobblestone using the stone scrap. So this is the stone scrap that it's asking you about. So I'm just going to go ahead and place all of it in there that I got. And there we go. Now it's asking me to craft a furnace. So let's craft a furnace. Furnace has been crafted, sir. Okay, now with these. Now if you remember what these are already, these are the wood scraps from here. So now it's asking you to craft 8 logs, so we just go ahead and place that in there and get our logs. Now it's going to ask you to smelt some, so you just want to chuck some in there and then put some in there for fuel. So we're going to smelt some logs, and while it's doing that, I'm going to continue crafting it, or mining this, because obviously I am aware of what's coming, so I'm going to keep crafting. Alright, there we go. Okay, so now what it's saying is craft a wheat bone meal with 2 charcoal and 5 cobblestone. So you simply just do this, it will craft that. Now it's going to ask you to harvest this, well, to grow this, but first of all you're going to have to harvest it. Okay, and then you can grow it, and then it will instant grow. Now if you run /collect, you're now going to get a harvesting bot as well as your hoe, and your hoe is the same as your pickaxe. It will level up over time. It is an island tool. Now we've got to place our bot down, so we'll place him there. There it says collect and smelt 9 logs. Now this is the reason why I was already doing this, because I knew this was coming. I knew I needed to have this done. So yeah, we are going to need a little bit more, so I'm going to continue with the mining, and when we return we should have the 9 logs smelted. Okay, then we have it. We have our 9 logs smelted, even though it's saying I don't, but that's fine. That is simply just because I've walked away and come back, so yeah, we just got to wait for a couple more. Okay, so we have gone ahead and collected them. Now it's asking us to do /crafting, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Now it says to place a fuel node by placing 9 charcoal in your workbench. So charcoal into here, called fuel node. So now we're going to go ahead and place this down. Now we got to mine some more fuel nodes. Now I am going to place just a couple of into here, just so I can get more going. While I'm doing that, obviously, while I'm waiting for that to smelt, I will wait for this as well. Okay, so I've placed some more down, and I'm just going to go ahead and mine to get that complete. Now it's just to place your fuel into your bot. Now what I'm going to do just before I do that is I'm going to place that block there, because if you fill him up with fuel, he's just going to go all the way and stop here, turn around, then go all the way back. So we don't want that. We don't need him to go far. So yeah, we just do that, and then he will just stop there once he gets there. Automation stuff I will show you all about if you're interested, of course, in a future episode. But if he had the fuel or enough fuel, he would turn around. Well, I say that he won't actually, because what you need to do here is remove that block. He will then turn around because he can't go any further, and then go back. But again, you have a block here, he will just keep continuously going. So yeah, there you go, and that is what the harvesting bot does. He has obviously just done that for me, so W mouse. So let's just go ahead and place this stuff away that we don't need anymore. Now, if you run /collect, we have our baby mining bot. So the baby mining bot, you just want to just chuck him down on top of the fuel. Mine one piece of fuel. Chuck that into him, and he will just start mining away. He won't get very far with one fuel, but okay. So now we got to run /collect again, and I'm thinking, yep, okay. So now we have our fishing rod and our stone. Again, these are all island tools, and then we got some rabbits. So the spawners do stack, so if you're wanting them to, just place them all down together. There is a required upgrade should you want to place any more. So if you do island upgrades, you can just come in here and see all the upgrades that are available. Then what I was just referring to is this one. Being able to place 1,000 more spawners, and then there is another one, which is here to add more spawners to one stack. Okay, so now our mission is to kill 5 rabbits. Okay, there is 3. Now we just got to wait for a couple more spawn. There we go. And there we go. That has now been completed. So now we got to go fishing. Now the fishing system on here is a little bit strange. Once you cast your rod out, you just got to sit here and just wait, obviously, for a fish to come. And it's not like your unique fishing where you would just, like your standard fishing where you would just drag it out as soon as it goes down. There should be, unless it's changed, but should be some color particles. And yeah, you got to try and get combos. So I've chosen the red there, and yeah, now I'll just wait, and I'll just repeat that process another 4 times, and just try and get a combo going. Okay, so now we got the tadpoles, but now we need to do /sell hand, and there we go. Now it says to purchase 1 stone book from /enchanter or from /spawn. So let's go to /spawn, and now we got to go over to here. Okay, it's not over there. Oh, there we go. There it is. Enchant table. So once you get to the enchant table, it's asking you to buy a stone enchant book. So that can be a stone tool or a stone, stone tool or stone weapon. So we're going to buy the tool. Right click it, efficiency 4. That's actually really nice to get. Now we're going to get a mixture of some books and some XP. Now it says to open your enchantment books and use the anvil at spawn to apply the enchants. So because I got the efficiency, I am going to go ahead and put that straight on to my pickaxe. So pickaxe efficiency, apply. And there we go. Now we have efficiency 4 on our pickaxe. Now it says to go and run the adventure. Now we're not going to do that just yet. We are going to open the rest of our books in the hope of some enchants to be able to place onto our gear. That's fine. So now we're going to go back to our island and just empty our inventory and make our way over to the bosses. Now you just see there that I've got a blessing available. I will explain what the blessing is in a memento. Okay, so what is a blessing? A blessing is if you manage to get a level 40 island, which my main island last time was level 40. This account was on my main island as an alt, so he also got the blessing. So once you get the blessing, if you just do /blessing, there's loads of blessings here. Now you see that I've got 3 available. So now looking at this and thinking about what is best suited for me. So for me, I am more of an adventurer. So I'm going to look at, is it this one? Yes, this one here. So Reborn. This will give me, and I will receive less damage, but also give more damage. So I'm going to upgrade this one to the max. There we go. So we've unlocked level 3. Now, obviously, I know I'm aware you guys will not have a blessing available, especially if you've only just started. But it's always something good to think about. If you are serious about playing this, I would recommend trying to get to level 40 as you get perks for this. So now we're going to run adventure, and we're just going to hope and pray that we can, well, kill mobs. Now they are legendary mobs. I don't want to kill legendary mobs, as I will probably die should I do that. So we're going to go and find ourselves nice basic easy to kill mobs, which are these guys here. Now, I don't know if I can one-tap them. Probably can't, but we'll see. Okay, yeah, I definitely can't. So now we have to earn enough kills here to get ourselves a basic chest. And there we go. Here's our basic chest. Now you can left click or right click. I'm going to right click for this one. So we get some spawner shards and some wheat seeds. And this one I'm just going to hit. And as you can see, you get your stuff. There I got XP, which is quite nice actually. Now I don't think I can kill legendaries, but let's have a try. Okay, they take a lot to hit. And they will probably two-tap me. Yep, I died. But it's fine. Right, now we've got to run/go. Hello. There we go. Alright, now we run/collect again. Okay, now we need to buy a basic trinket, and I will explain what that is. So then if we go into the science shop and we buy it, let's get... Do we get health or do we get strength? Let's get health. Okay, now we need to apply this to that. Now, if you hover over it, you will see that current charges is 5, science cost per use 1, max uses per world 40. So what that means is when you use it, you will heal, but I will only be able to use it 5 times, as I only have 5 charges and it's 1 per use. But so yeah, these are really useful to have in the adventure. And now if we run /recipes again and /collect. There we go, we need to redeem this on the islands. Now we got to craft 1 cheap bread. Now I cannot remember what cheap bread is, so let's go ahead and just hover over here. Now it is 8 wood scrap and 1 wheat. Now I don't think we have that. We have that and that. We don't have that, but we can go ahead and get that. All I am going to do first is go ahead and go back to spawn. And I'm going to put efficiency onto my axe, as it is extremely useful to have. So, bang, bang, bang. Okay, now back to the island, and we're going to need to farm up some of this. So with the long nose cobblestone roads, I would only ever place enough on the island to make it infinite for yourself. What I mean by infinite is by the time you reach the end, what you want is for them ones to then start again. So I need more here. And the same with the cobblestone, you want to get enough on there just so you can keep rotating without having to stop. Okay, so now we've got that, we can go and do this and craft ourselves some bread. Now /wiki /collect. Alright, and that is it. That is the tutorial over. I am going to go ahead and sell this. I'm going to place my wheat down that I just got, and also start making some more chests just so I can store my items that I get. So yeah, I like to try and keep things somewhat neat and tidy, so I will have spawners there. Okay, I didn't mean to place that, but that's fine. Alright, now I'm going to put my iron tools up there, as iron tools are rather important, and that is what we want to work on leveling up. Now for this, for the pickaxe, I would recommend that you guys try and get the attribute called Perfect Gem. Now the reason for that is when you're mining away here, you will have a chance at finding a perfect gem. A perfect gem is very good and is something that you will need. So now that's done, if we go ahead and look at our IS mining, we can see that we have mined 122 cobblestone out of the 1000 needed. Now obviously we need also level 8. Now we're nowhere near level 8 now. But the best way for you to get level 8 is by farming. So you can either buy the shards that you need. So buy the crops that you need from people from the AH. Or you can go ahead and run the adventure yourself and obtain them. Now I am going to put this bot away, as we do not require him right now. We do not need really any of this stuff that is in here currently. Not to my knowledge anyway. Got one piece of random fuel there, so we're going to poke him in there. Okay, so with food as well, you can go ahead and go to the shop and head over into the food area, and you can buy yourself some pork chops, which are 50 each. Quite expensive, yes. Or you just kill the rabbits and then obviously cook it up. So Now, what I would tend to do is kind of mine more of that, get more cobblestone nodes down, so just so it's infinite, mine more trees to make this infinite, and just keep rotating between the two, as that will be very useful for you to be able to upgrade the island as island XP. But also just expand your island, make it a little bit bigger. If I go ahead to my main island, I can showcase that and show you what we've done over there. Okay, it should start showing anytime now. There we go. Okay, so this is my main island. I'm on my main account, my content creator account, and this is what our island currently looks like. So as I said, we got our nodes, which is infinite. We got cobblestone, that is infinite. Ignore the cake. We were getting trolled by an admin. Then we got our fuel nodes and our coal. So obviously we are island level 8, and we have this system going on as well, to which you will all learn about within this series. So make sure you drop a like, a comment, and subscribe to not make sure you don't miss out. But yeah, this is what your island will eventually get to. So let's go back to the alt. Again, I've got to change windows. There we go, back on the alt. So now one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my one here, and I'm going to get fire expert to go back to spawn. Run over to an anvil. Now, you don't have to do this every time. Once you get to a certain point, you will be able to place an anvil onto your islands, which is very useful. But yeah, once you're here, then you just come over and you can kill the rabbits with your fire expert sword and get yourself some cooked rabbit. So, food. Very good. Okay, so then what I would suggest you guys do, of course, is just run some adventure. Get everything that you need. So the more crops, the better. You need a big crop place. Maybe even make that bigger just so you can place more cobblestone nodes down. So yeah, just get to work on your island and see how it comes out. Yeah, if you have enjoyed this video, found this information useful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And on the next episode, we will hopefully be getting to work with some sort of automation, maybe, possibly. So yeah, I'll catch you all then. Thank you much, and goodbye.